Some of my long-term viewers might know that I've been hoping to be able to find a nice banana perfume. So I have been looking at the Comptoir Pacifique Vanille Banane for a really long time, but these are not cheap perfumes. I tend to like genuinely cheap or affordable scents. I absolutely believe you don't have to spend lots of money to smell nice. But hardly any perfumes have banana in. I've yet to find one that I love that has banana in. And this looked like it was going to be the most gourmand, the most creamy, the nicest. People talk about it quite a lot. But I didn't want to splurge on the banana, on Vanille Banane, until I kind of had a bit more of an idea of what this house was like. And it's not particularly easy to get samples. So when I saw on Latino that they had loads of the 30 ml bottles from Comptoir Sud Pacifique for sort of in the region of £30, I thought this is my chance to try them. I'm pretty sure if I don't like them, I'll be able to sell them on without too much of a problem. So I just decided to go for it, and these were the two that I went for. So I really liked the look of Vanille Abricot, and because I quite often like chocolate perfumes, I thought Amore de Cacao would be interesting. And plus, this was a special sales, which means it came and someone had already sprayed it, and it wasn't in its cellophane. So I think it was like £16 or something, which for this brand is obviously quite cheap. So these bottles are actually so much cooler. I don't know if you can see. It's kind of difficult. I'm gonna have to try, see if I can lighten this up a little bit. Can you see the liquid moving around in there? They are transparent but kind of silver at the same time. And I think the 30 ml bottles are by far cuter than the bigger ones. Oh, let's try not to knock everything over. So this one, I won't lie, I'm a bit disappointed with this one. Not only because it's very light, which it is. These are all light. Um, let's spray this out. This has a genuine biscuit smell in it, like a kind of cookie smell. Yeah, it really smells like a cookie. It smells like a vanilla cookie with chocolate chips, um, a little bit of orange rind. Um, you know what it smells like? If you can imagine, you know, like the Maryland cookies. So when I say cookie, I mean like the British biscuits that are called Maryland cookies. Well, I don't know if they're British, but they sell them in the UK anyway. They have for a really long time. So this doesn't smell like a fresh cookie. This smells like a long life chocolate chip cookie with just a hint of like orange peel. Maybe if you imagine that the chocolate chips inside it were chocolate orange chips. So the notes are listed as orange in the top, middle notes cacao and cambola starfruit, base notes of vanilla. There isn't anything in this that would make me think it's going to smell like a biscuit, and it has that kind of stale biscuit smell that I can't bear. However, loads of people are going to really like this one because it does have that kind of realistic cookie gourmand vibe that I don't like. But I know loads of other people love it because, you know, the Charosa perfumes are so popular. Those all smell like stale biscuits to me. So it's very light though. It's gentle. Um, I think you get more of that cocoa as it dries down. But for me, it's just way too biscuity. Like I just can't enjoy this. And in terms of like a slightly chocolate orangey smell, I have yuzu and cocoa from Lush, and that is by far to me a nicer vanilla, cocoa, and citrusy kind of smell. Yeah, this one, no, this is not one I'm going to keep, so I'm not keen on this one. But I think other people would love it, and if you can get it for a bargain, then it's totally worth having. Now, Vanille Abricot. So I was super excited about this one. Oh my god, these bottles are so cute. Um, just got to pick up the right thing. Just so cute. I wish these looked as cool on the screen as they do in real life. They just, you can't see how kind of cute they are. I always thought these bottles were metal when I used to see people talking about them. But yeah, so vanilla apricot. Let me just, vanilla and apricot. I'm going to spray this out. Ooh, I've already worn this one, so that will probably tell you that I actually like this one, right? So it's just joyous. It's really joyous. It's bright and pretty. It's intensely sweet, intensely. But my goodness, I love it. So the notes in this are, well, I mean, I'm not sure if they've got this quite right, but it's a bit of an odd note structure because it says top notes, apricot, papaya, and jackfruit, and then in the middle notes, exactly the same thing again, apricot, papaya, and jackfruit. Base notes, vanilla and sugar. This is a creamy, vanillic, apricot jam smelling heaven. It's so yummy. My husband liked this as well. Um, Absolutely delicious, like edibly delicious. I would say this is exactly what I wanted because I got I got a philosophy body spritz that was called fresh cream and apricot, or apricot and fresh cream. Now, I love the fresh cream range, but that one was foul. I don't know why. Like, I gave that one away. I didn't even try to sell it because I just didn't like it. That one almost had a stale biscuit smell in it, which I really didn't like. This does not have that at all, but it has the elements of the fresh cream and apricot spritz that I really liked before it dried down into something weird. Again, not massively strong. This one, when it was on my clothes as well, lasted for quite a while. I could definitely smell this one for longer than I could smell this when I first tested them out. Yeah, but it's intensely sweet and sugary. So if you don't like sugary scents, if you don't like sweet scents, then maybe this isn't for you. But this is my kind of gourmand because there are no noticeable florals going on here. Um, and there's nothing nutty or biscuity in a way that I think smells stale. So it's got the things I like in a gourmand, which is that it actually is gourmand, but it doesn't make me smell like I've got a biscuit in my pocket, you know. It doesn't make me smell like an actual cookie. Um, I love it. It's all zingy and pretty, but it's creamy and sweet. It's I really like vanilla apricot a lot. Vanilla abricot, I should say. So vanilla banane. Now, because I tried these and I was like, right, I think I'm on safe ground. Even though I don't really like this one, neither of them have that kind of tar like smell that I can't bear. So neither of them have the fixin in that makes me feel a bit queasy and just drives me up the wall. And they sort of have a house DNA and I don't mind it, you know. I was like, okay, I quite like the vanilla they're using here, which for me I can be really fussy about. So I bit the bullet. Now you cannot get vanilla banane very easily and you cannot get it for cheap. So someone had this 100 ml bottle for £80 on eBay. I made them an offer for 70 and they accepted because I've just sold a load of my other perfumes and I had a bit of money and I thought I will be able to sell this on if I don't like it because it is quite hard to get. So let's talk about this. A massive bottle because it wasn't a huge amount different to get a 30 ml and I just thought, well, I might, if I'm going to spend money, I might as well get the big bottle. So this has a different lid. If you can see, it has like this kind of shape and it's a very heavy lid. These are just really lightweight lids. So I just need to spray this one out. I'm thinking about this one because I mean it's not very long lasting. When I first spray it, it has a overripe banana smell, which I Um, like you know when bananas are so ripe. I don't know. It's like when they almost start to go powdery, but then it gets tangier and starts to smell more like an underripe banana. You know when before they've gone like super creamy and they've got that kind of tang to them, like almost like a bit plantainy. You know, yes, a bit like plantain. And then it starts to smell like the banana foam candy, which I love, which is really nice. And then you've got almost a slightly boozy note because there is a booze note in this. So this has top notes of banana, whipped cream, and orange. I think the orange is what comes through and start giving it a tang. Then middle notes of banana leaf and clover, base notes of vanilla and white rum. So the rum is definitely there, more so in the dry down. Yeah, it smells a bit like a cocktail, this. It smells a bit like a cocktail that's got some banana liqueur in it. So if you imagine like a rum-based sweet cocktail with some banana cream liqueur or something, that kind of vibe. I don't really know too much about what clover smells like, but I'm not finding this particularly floral or, anything else. There's not a huge amount of whipped cream in this, I'd say. And it does have a slight bubblegummy banana smell about it, you know? It kind of smells pink. um, but it disappears very quickly, I would say. This might be one that is just going to be better in warmer weather because it's quite cold in the UK at the moment, but yeah. The banana doesn't really hang around for a huge amount of time before it starts to dry down, and then it's a little bit more banana leafy. And I've got a sample of Syrah d'Indies, I think it's called, from Jean Pateau. That's got banana leaf in, and then I've got Muse de Rocha by Rocha, and that has banana leaf in it as well. So I kind of recognise this banana leaf scent. There's less of a fresh banana, more of the banana leaf. It still is banana-y, but it's got a different tone to it, almost. And then the more it dries down, the more it just starts to smell a little bit like the dry down of this, but without so much tangy fruit. So it almost smells like vanille apricot and vanille banane have the same base perfume, but then have different fruits on top. So it's pretty. I need to give it a full wear test to see how I feel, because I have to say, at the moment, I much prefer this one to this one, which I was not expecting at all. But, you just don't know how these things are going to go. I hope this is actually going to be watchable, because it's just so, they just don't really light up very well. But yeah, so my favourite by a mile is Vanille Abricot, and that I sort of wish that's the one I had in a big bottle, because although, to be fair, probably not going to wear it that often, but I think it's one you'd want to reapply, and it's so cute in the little bottles. But yeah, so Vanille Banana I need to try. Amore de Cacao, that'll be leaving me. It's not my vibe. So yeah, I'll update on what I wore last week about how I get on with Vanille Banana, and if that one doesn't like, if I don't enjoy this one as much as I enjoyed wearing this one, then I will probably I'll probably take a decant and then sell it for, cheaper, on eBay. So we'll see how I get on with that one. But yeah, it's because the creamy banana that you kind of get at the beginning is so fleeting, and then even the kind of bubblegummy tangy banana that you get is also quite fleeting. I don't know that it's worth me holding on to something that was like 70 quid if it's just like a 10-minute window where I get something that I really, really enjoy. And then it just kind of, I might as well just be wearing this one, if you see what I mean. So yeah, that's how I feel about these. It was really fun to try them. Like, I would definitely try other things from here if I could get the cheap ones, if I could get them in the small bottle and for cheap. But definitely go and check out Natino if you're interested in Comptoir Super Pacifique. They don't have their full range, but they do have a few things, and they are around 30 quid at the moment. So there you go. Depending on when you're watching this, of course. But there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you've got any of these, which ones you've got, and if you like them. And if any of you know a genuinely good and genuinely affordable banana perfume, then let me know. Okay, bye guys.